thinking about the time that you were sort of getting in the right headspace and you said you were punting balls and you were thinking about your future and you said, I'm going to make sure I'm not the reason I'm not prepared.
Correct.
I'm not the reason why I fail. But you
Yep.
also said you made this decision at 6 years old. I'm curious, what did you mean by
Yeah.
that?
Listen, when you're on a team, it's about the team. So that was 2015. I didn't play a snap in the NFL, but I caught routes for Kirk Cousins. I played on the scout team defense for the team, and I was not a distraction. I made sure that whatever the team needed me to do, that's what you do. But guess what? You do that as a starter too. As a starting quarterback, that's what you're supposed to do. So when I had the moment where I was out on the field, um, punting balls and just trying to get myself in the right headspace. What people didn't realize was in 2015, the other coaches wouldn't work with me anymore. And the reason they wouldn't work with me is because Jay Gruden was the head coach. And if you worked with me, it was almost as if you were working against him. Not because I was a distraction or whatever, but I wanted to get that extra work in just in case my number got called again. I wanted to make sure that I didn't lose an entire year of my NFL career and didn't work on my footwork and didn't work on how I read defenses and didn't work on my delivery and how to throw different balls. So when I would be out at practice, that moment happened because I was just like, man, how do I handle this the right way when I can feel everyone pulling away because they just don't want to get on the wrong side of whatever decision maker made the decision to not play me at the quarterback spot anymore. So that decision I made at 6 was a story I told you about wanting to be the next Michael Jordan. I go out there 3 hours. I'm
Wow.
boo-hooing. Couldn't
Yeah.
do the left-handed layups. I go back the next day and I did it. So when I was punting those balls, I was just giving myself a moment to reflect back on that 6-year-old me and say, hey, what would 6-year-old you do in this situation? Well, he'd go back the next day and he'd do it better. So I made sure that no matter what happened, every single time I faced adversity, I just made sure I kept pushing, kept working hard, kept making sure I went back and did it better the next time. And that's what helped me throughout my NFL career, and has that helped me in media, because all that hard work, like I said, it didn't turn me into the greatest quarterback of all time, but it has turned me into a much better father, a better analyst, a better husband, a better brother, a better person. And I'm proud of that.